Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Great to be with you on this wonderful Thursday evening. It is May 28, 2026. If this is your very first time joining me, well, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. Really do appreciate that. And if you've been here one time, five times, 100, or even more, of course, I want to say thank you, but I want to say the words welcome back. I really do appreciate those that enjoy the quality and content that I produce and wish to come back and soak up more of it so they can become a little more wiser. All right, guys. So another great show. If you guys are thirsty, feel free to go get yourself an R water, a beverage, a snack, cookie, fruit, whatever it is, and come on back to the show. Get yourself comfy. Uh, okay. Don't forget to check out believemeachieve.com for, of course, more of my amazing, inspiring creations, which you could do, incidentally, guys, 24 hours a day. You can do that. Started enabling a new monitoring program that I wrote and set up here because, we've been going up and down a lot. So I started this actually yesterday, and I've been monitoring the different ups and downs. And the last time that we went down was actually at 1638. So, that'll be 4:38 p.m. And we came back up at 4:42. So hopefully we're not going to go down anymore, but who knows? But we've been monitoring this because I plan on letting them know that this has been a recurring situation. All right, guys. So let's dig into the show. But before we do, I want to let you know that this whole week is another great topic. We always have great topics. I don't think we ever have bad topics. And don't forget to check out jcmacademy.com, by the way. You can get to that from believemeachieve.com, but you can go right to JCM Academy and you can soak up some more great knowledge right there. I've got lots of articles and things about my book and other insights. So you're definitely going to probably want to check that out. But this master topic for the week is Belonging Drives Action, Series 5, Show 22. Incidentally, this is episode number 6. Tomorrow is episode 7. Then we have a brand new master topic for Saturday. All right, guys, let's kick this show off. How do we return? That's what tonight's granular topic is. How do we return? Series 5, Show 22, episode number 6. Yeah. So let's get into this, all right? When we talk about returning, I know that can be a little bit challenging, but we're going to dive into it pretty easily. There's a moment after any great experience when you ask yourself one simple question. What's that question? Will I come back? Not because you have to, not because someone told you to, but because something inside you wants to. That's the moment where belonging begins. I know I run some groups, and sometimes we get people, I call it window shopping. They come once and then they don't come back again. Other people, they like the culture and they keep coming back again. By the way, my name is John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, a passionate lifelong learner, and now I'm so grateful to be a published author. And on Inspirations for Your Life, I don't just talk about growth, guys. I don't just share quotes. I live it every single day. I've built companies from nothing. I've stood on stages in front of thousands. I've recorded hundreds of episodes. I've coached people through their darkest moments. And I've learned one truth that changes everything. People return to what feels right. You don't come back to what drains you. You don't return to what confuses you. You return to what lifts you, what values you, what makes you feel seen. And that's exactly what we're breaking down here today. This episode is called How Do We Return? The core truth about that. It's not as hard as you think. All right. Let me say this clearly. Most people measure success by the first impression, by the first sale, by the first event, by the first follower, by some other criteria. But that's not real success. Real success is when someone comes back. I had somebody on LinkedIn today asking me a question. What kind of trick can I do to catch people's attention? And, like at a party or an event. And I said to him, I said, Why don't you just try being yourself and becoming genuinely interested in the other person? He's like, oh, John, that's not a trick. I said, I know it's not a trick, but Dale Carnegie taught it many years ago. And when we strive to become genuinely interested in someone, that will last with them. When you just try to do something as a quick little trick or something, you're going to be like forgotten 2 minutes after you do the trick. But he was one of these heavy financial guys, and he was just from the mindset that we have to kind of manipulate people. And that's wrong. And as a speaker, guys, when I get up on stage, I tell the truth. Okay. I don't try to wow people. I just give you my story and tell you who I am and create experience for you. Real success is when someone comes back. Return is proof that the experience worked. Return is the strongest compliment. Return turns interest into belongingness. So let me say these truths out loud. These are not just words. Let me say that again. These are not just words. These are not just words. These are the foundation of everything we're building here. These are the foundation of everything we're building here. It's like a parrot, right? These are the foundation of everything we're building here. And this is important to acknowledge. Point one, people return to what feels right. When something aligns with your values, your core values, your energy, your truth, you come back. You don't think about it. You just do it. Number two, return is proof that the experience worked. If someone returns, it means the first time was worth it. It means the value was real for them. It means it mattered. Number three, good moments bring people. But they don't remember every detail. They remember how it felt. And when it felt good, they choose to return. Number four, return is the strongest compliment. You can get likes. You can get comments. You can get shares. But when someone comes back, that's real respect. Number five, repeat visits build community. One person showing up once is a visit. One person showing up again is a community. Number six, return means the space delivered value. If the space didn't matter, they wouldn't return. Return is the metric that matters, not the likes, not the shares, not even the ticket purchases. It's the fact that they chose to come back. Number seven, people come back for how something felt. It's not always about the content. It's about the feeling they get, the safety, the energy, the connection, the belongingness. That's the truth, guys. Number eight, return turns one moment into a pattern. One time is an event. Repeat times are a habit. A habit is where change happens. Yeah. Number nine, belonging grows through return. You don't belong the first time. You belong when you keep showing up. Return is how belonging deepens. When you go to an event one time and you're on the fence about coming back, you don't belong. You try it out. You coming back again, you belong. The best experiences, number 10, create a reason to reappear. Great experiences don't end when they're over. They linger. They invite you back. Number 11, return is where loyalty begins. Yeah. It's not about how many likes you get. It's not about how popular you are online. Loyalty isn't loud. Okay? It is something that is quiet. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't realize. Loyalty isn't loud. There's a guy online that has a slogan, out loud something. I don't want to criticize it, but the problem is when we're trying to be loud, we're already going against and we're kind of contradicting ourselves. We're manipulating our audience to be something. I don't want to manipulate them. I want them to feel something because they do. not because of something I'm fabricating. Loyalty is quiet, guys. It's showing up again. It's returning again, again, again. Not because you have to, but because you want to. Number 12, coming back says more than liking. You can like something from a distance. You can't return without investing. Could be time, could be money. Number 13, people return to trust. Trust is built over time, and return is how trust shows up. Return is how trust shows up. Number 14, repeat connection creates depth. One conversation is nice. Repeat conversations become relationships. Someone say, oh, I want to connect with you. I want to hang out, right? But then they don't follow up. That means they don't take action. Repeat conversations become relationships. Depth lives in repetition, not the one fleeting conversation that you had at the bus stop. Number 15, return is how groups become real. A group is just a name until people show up again. Return is what makes it real. Number 16, the invitation works when people come again. You can send the invite, but the real success is when they return. They choose to return. Number 17, return means the room mattered. If the room didn't matter, they wouldn't come back. Return is proof. Sometimes people show up, but they don't come as themselves. What do I mean by that is they don't want to open up. They don't want to share. They don't want to be a little vulnerable. So it becomes hard to build community. Number 18, good energy invites repeat presence. But it's got to be natural, guys. It's got to be natural. It's not something you can fabricate. Okay. You can make somebody feel something, right? But if it's not genuine, it's going to be fleeting. Like that guy that wanted me to give him a trick so he can captivate people. I had a few tricks, but that's not something you do. That's something you did in grammar school or high school or college. You want to captivate people. So you did something like a quarter trick. You did some type of a hocus pocus with a coin. And that's wonderful, right? But is that really you? Or are you just learning that to basically buy them? And the truth of the matter, guys, is that's not who you are. It's not. And when the person realizes that's not who you are, everything you did was like you didn't even do it. Number 18, good energy invites repeat presence. Energy, ladies and gentlemen, is contagious, and good energy brings people back again. You get my point. Number 19, return closes the loop. You start with an invitation. You end with a return. Invitation, return. See, that's the full cycle. I know a lot of people that go to an event, don't have a good time, and they don't return. But then there's people that go to an event. Let's take college for a moment, right? Maybe you were rushing a sorority or a fraternity, or maybe you were deciding whether you want to be part of a certain club. It could have been anything from the Newman Club to a variety of other clubs on campus. And the first time you went, you were checking out, right? But then when you had the inkling to come back and return again, and return and come back, that was the payoff. Maybe you told another friend about the group. Why do people come back? Authenticity, truth, being who you are, not being afraid to be who you are, having a safe space for everyone. Number 20, the second time matters. The first time is just curiosity. Let me just check this out and see what this group's going to be like, right? The second time is the choice. And choice is where commitment begins. So I don't want to burst somebody's bubble saying, hey, I appreciate you came out. The first time is just your curiosity. The second time is when you become part of the community. Say very nicely, I appreciate you've all come back here, and I know you were curious and you came out, and your curiosity got you to come out. But it's the second time that you come out that builds the community. Number 21. Repeat attendance builds memory. People forget one-time events. They do. They remember what they keep coming back to. I had somebody from a year ago that hadn't returned to our events, not because they didn't like him, because he moved, because his job changed. And suddenly he was coming back to an event just last weekend. Number 22, guys, return makes the community visible. When people return, you can see the community. You can feel it. You can measure it. Not by the likes, not by the comments, but by people genuinely showing up and being who they are. Number 23, the best sign is when people want more. When someone asks for more, when they request more, that's the highest compliment that you can get. I know a lot of you going to events, whether you're in college or other places, you're like, John, I don't know. I've gone someplace, and if it didn't feel right, I just didn't go back. Exactly. But suppose you were the person organizing, and you're like, why do these people not come back? I'm trying to run a game night, but the first night we had 24, and then the next night we only had 6. Those other people weren't really vested. Those other people were curious, but they didn't get enough value out of your evening. I can say the same thing about networking events, guys. You come the first time because you are curious, because you're desperate to get business, let's just say. Hopefully not. And then if you come back again, you believe in the group's mission. You got enough value out of it. Didn't matter whether it was 5 people, 10 people, or 50 people. You got value out of that meeting. That's the key. Number 24, guys, return turns interest into belonging. I said the first time is about curiosity. The first time. The next time, you become part of the community. Interest, guys, is casual. No commitment. Belonging becomes committed. When you ask somebody to take a photo, you're with a group, and they're like, oh, I'd rather not. That means they don't want to belong. They were just kind of window shopping to see what the day was going to be like. But they're not really vetted into doing this again. I call those people users. They come, they get the products or services or what you promise to deliver for the ticket, and then they just leave. Don't even want to share a photo or anything like that because, no, I'm good. Sometimes the people will leave early once they've gotten what they wanted. They don't care what the rest of the people want. They're selfish. People that don't belong in a community. Number 25, guys, people reappear where they feel included. Inclusion is not just words. You've heard me say we don't discriminate for race, religion, sexual orientation, creed, color, political party, right? It's one thing to say the words. It's another thing to actually act them out. Everyone's welcome. You may say that, but does your motto stand for that? Inclusion, ladies and gentlemen, is action, and return is the proof of inclusion. People want to come back. Sometimes when somebody comes out, they might have just been looking to kill the day. Maybe you were going to an exhibit. Could be a museum or something. And they just were interested in that topic or the museum, so they came. But they weren't really vetted into your group. We have hiking groups. Guys come out, they're curious about it. But then when they realize that hiking's a lot of work, it's not a picnic the whole time, they may not come back. And I think the hardest thing when you're running a group, being an organizer, whether it's something you're doing socially or whether it's something for your company, it's hard to get people to come back. It is so difficult. I find it's not about getting a lot of people. It's about getting the right people into the seats. Not because you want to put them in there, because they're meant to be in there. There's a difference, guys. Number 26, return proves the welcome was real. You can say welcome, but return is when the welcome is real. I can detect from somebody right away where they're not going to come back. They thank you for your hospitality. Somebody that leaves early in the group, somebody that barely shakes your hand on the way out, somebody that doesn't even say thank you for the experience. Am I here to judge these people? No. But certain groups are for certain people. And you want to be part of a group where you feel belong. You remember the show, what was it? Cheers, right? Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name and the people are always glad that you came. Was it you want to be where you can see, was it the troubles are all the same? You want to be where everybody knows your name from Cheers. And when you can just belong and you can just be there, it gives you an excuse to want to come back. Because let's face it, guys, belonging in a group, it takes some work. It takes some work. You've got to basically share a little bit about yourself. Somebody's got to be a little vulnerable. If you're not willing to take one for the team's probably not going to want to take one for you. I'm being proverbial here. Number 27, guys. Ongoing connection is built one return at a time. It's not one big moment. It's many small returns that happen, and one at a time. One at a time. Genuine connection is priceless. Why don't people do it? Because they're not honest. They're not honest to you because they're not honest with themselves. Maybe they're on a golf outing with you, but telling their partner that, oh, they had to work. So now they're feeling guilty the whole time they played, and they're probably not going to come back because of that guilt that they left with. It wasn't your fault. It was their fault for coming and playing hooky, saying that they were going to work. I mean, I think that's just wrong. That is just wrong. Number 28, guys, the goal is not one night or one day or 1 hour. It's return. One event is a splash. The return is the wave, right? Remember the wave like in Giants or the stadium, we all get up, we stand with your hand, right? When one person stands up and sits down, it's like, okay, that was just like a little splash, right? Nobody does anything. And then there's another moment where there's a little more tension. Then they're like, okay, let's really do it. Let's okay, everybody on the row, everybody on the row, let's do it. And you get the whole row. Okay, now when I do this, you're all going to stand. And when the whole row does it, the other person, oh, wait a minute, that whole row did it. We should do it too. One guy isn't enough. But when there's like a whole row of 50 people, like, oh, whoa, the wave, look at the wave, it's coming, here's the wave. And everybody jumps on board. It's the feeling that gets people to participate. It's not you saying to do it. It's the feeling. And they want to feel as if they're part of something. So the goal is the wave. The goal is, hey, I don't want to be left out. I want to do the wave too. Yeah, I want to do it. Oh, it's coming again. Oh, whoa, yeah. Number 29, repeat presence is how trust solidifies. Trust isn't built, guys, in one conversation. It's built in repeat presence. Repeat presence. Repeat presence takes humility, takes honesty, takes respect. Number 30, return is the final sign of belonging. Belonging isn't a feeling you announce. It's a pattern you show from what you feel. Return is the final sign. I can look at a group and I can tell you who's not aligned. I can tell you who's going to return and who's not going to return. Let me break this down for you guys. People return to what feels right. Return is that proof that the experience worked, that it felt good, that I want to do more of it, right? Good moments bring people back. They build community. Return means the space they were in delivered a value to them. It made them feel worthy. It made them feel as they were part of something. Do you think people just play sports because they just want to throw the ball around all day, or, they want to win? Yeah, they want to win, but they want to feel part of something. Return means the space delivered value. People come back, guys, for how something felt. Return turns one moment into a pattern. And that becomes almost subconscious. Like, oh, I just love this. I got to do more of this. Right? Belonging, that feeling starts to grow through the more return you do. The best experiences create a reason to reappear. And when that happens, we're like, oh, I got to go. I got to go to this group. Oh, I got to go again. I've got to go to this. We're going to a trip. We're going here. I got to do that. Return is where loyalty begins. It's where loyalty begins. Coming back says more than liking something. People return to something they trust. Repeat connection, create more depth. Return is how groups become real. The invitation works when people come again. Return means the room mattered. Good energy invites repeat presence. Return closes the loop. The second time matters. Repeat attendance builds memory. Return makes the community visible. The best sign is when people want more. Return turns interest into belonging. People reappear where they feel included. Return proves the welcome was real. Ongoing connection is built one return at a time. And the goal is not one night, it's to keep returning. Repeat presence is how we do trust, right? It's how we do trust. And these are important things to understand, guys. So I invite you to check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. And remember, when you belong to something, you feel a certain way. So discern what you want to belong to, but when you do, commit to it, okay? Have a great night, and check out believemeachieve.com, or a great day whenever you listen to it. Be well, everyone.